Hey guys, my name's Crew and welcome to 10 amazing Minecraft Redstone creations. Now, over the past couple months, I've been building and making different videos on these crazy little Minecraft Redstone creations that I've been coming up with. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be putting them all inside of one world, quickly reviewing them and showing you how they each work. Now, keep in mind, there is a download link to this world in the description if you so care to do so and download it and play it out for yourself. Now, these inventions range anywhere from giant complex wheat farms to pretty simple automatic chicken farms and other fun little games that you can just play and build with your friends. So anyway guys, I'm going to be briefly reviewing each of these machines and how they work. Now, in the past, I have done a full video on each of these inventions separately, so if you want a more in-depth breakdown, on the screen right now will be a link to each of the full videos. In the full videos, some of them I give a full in-depth tutorial on how they work, and some of them I just explain in a more in-depth and sort of show you guys how the machine is actually working. Now, do keep in mind that this is the fourth part of the Minecraft Redstone inventions, so if you guys want to see other Minecraft Amazing Redstone creations, there will be links to 3 different parts down in the description, so be sure to go check those out. So starting off here, we have the command block version of the Redstone Rainbow Beacon. Now, the command block version is a lot better in a lot of different ways, the best being that the rainbowness of the beacon here is actually much more responsive. The command blocks are able to update these glass blocks here much faster than pistons are able to, just giving you that rainbow effect that's a little bit faster and looks a little bit better. Also keep in mind that this version is silent, however it does take quite a bit of command blocks to make. So yeah, that is the command block version of the Redstone Rainbow Beacon. So moving on here, we have a concept that is pretty unique. I wanted to build a machine that is able to actually test your reflex skills. So the way this thing works is you sit up next to this button right here, and at random times this armor stand is going to get a boost from the slime block, and what you have to do is as soon as you see that the armor stand is boosting up into the air, you have to try to push this button, and that will lower the trapdoor for just a second, hopefully letting the armor stand up, and then you will hear the little winning sound indicating that you indeed do have good reflexes. So it's a basic test. I'm gonna go ahead and try it out here. When's it gonna trigger? It's random, so you have no idea when it's gonna go. Oh man, the anticipation, is it killing you guys? Oh, I was a little late there. Oh man, it's random every time, so you have no idea, and you have to be pretty early on it. Okay, I'm gonna focus in. There we go, we ended up winning that time. All the trapdoor goes back, blocks push, and booyah! You end up getting yourself a fun little reflex tester. So moving on here, we have the automatic potion brewing machine. This guy is pretty awesome because the redstone behind it is so compact. It only uses a little line of redstone here, and it just eases the process of brewing your potion significantly. Like, it just makes potion brewing so much easier. All you have to do is select your certain ingredients, and up here we have signs that tell you what each of the ingredients do. Once you have all your things selected, all you have to do is push this button and it will start brewing up a potion. It delivers all the items that you need to brew right here, and also delivers in the bottles and will start brewing your potion up. So it's not fully automatic, but it does ease the process significantly. Like, it makes potion brewing so much easier, and the redstone behind it is absolutely tiny. So here we have a block of sand that is going up and down again. However, little did you know that this is actually a secret trapdoor. So yeah, the way this guy is working is you just have this random bit of sand going up and down that you have no idea what you're doing, but it's actually a pretty cool entrance to a base. It's not too secretive. I just think it's an interesting, different entrance to somebody's base. So the way this guy works is you stand on top of this sand block right here, and you'll see if you're standing right in the middle, you actually get sunk inside of it, and then you wait again, and you actually fall through onto slime blocks, and you could enter your base. So it's just a cool little entrance that's a little bit different for maybe secret parts of your base, and it's not too hard to enter either. It's just a cool little way to have a different entrance to your guys' base. So moving on here, this is one of the creations that is probably one of the most impractical designs of the bunch, but it is really cool. So I wanted to challenge myself if I could build enough wheat farms together and see if I could get an output that is constant. So this thing is constantly delivering wheat and seeds to you as fast as it can. The hoppers can't move fast enough to deliver wheat to these chests down here. So it's just a cool design. It ended up taking 8 different wheat farms placed on top of each other. I also had to change the lighting around to make sure that mobs didn't actually spawn inside of the farm. And basically, it's just the wheat farm placed on top of each other 8 different times. And then over here, this is a simplified version of the loading and unloading system. I have them all chained together, and this just gives you a constant output. So you will literally never run out of wheat because hoppers can't move fast enough to keep up with this farm. So if you guys want some sort of supply of wheat that will never run out and will constantly be giving you guys more wheat, well, this is what you're gonna have to build. It's a lot of blocks, but it was fun to come up with, and I'm happy with how this thing turned out. Okay, so moving on here, this is an ice farm. It supplies you with pretty much enough ice that you will ever need for a lifetime. It makes harvesting it much easier. All you have to do is run in there with a silk touch pickaxe, and in minutes, you will have stacks and stacks of ice. Now this design was from Etho. I went ahead, sort of took his design, compacted it a little bit here and there to make it a little less expensive and more efficient. I also went ahead and did a full tutorial for this guy that will be obviously linked on the screen and also down in the description. Now the cool thing about this guy is it is actually using a minecart with a chest down at the bottom to trigger the different pistons. And this just makes it so not a whole lot of redstone is being used here. And I just really like how this thing turned out. It makes the process of getting ice so much easier, and I highly recommend it if you guys are looking to build some sort of ice farm. This next invention is my favorite of the bunch. It took me ages to come up with, but I just absolutely love how this thing turned out. It is so compact and does so much different little calculations in how it works. I just absolutely love how this thing works. So anyway, let me explain what it is. It's essentially a bank. It's some sort of protected storage system that's meant to be used by multiple people at once. So this would be found, in the spawn region where everybody has access to it. And basically how it works is you walk up to the station, and here is where you insert your password. So my first password is a piece of paper that is actually named password. So if I throw in something like a block of quartz and push the button, it's gonna take my quartz, but nothing happens because none of the passwords are a block of quartz. But if I put in my password, which is a piece of paper named password, and I click the button, it's gonna go ahead, dispense my correct car, and I can enter it and take my password back. And I can also put anything that I want to keep in safekeeping in this minecart chest. So I can access, my storage here, all my precious valuable diamonds or whatever, and then when I'm ready, I can send the minecart back, and boom, it's safe, locked away in the bank vault, which is pretty cool. It's just a fun idea. So I'll try somebody else's now. This is another password, a piece of paper called crew is awesome. We push this button, and bammo, we should see that this minecart right there gets activated. It comes up, we have our password back, and we're ready to go. So it's a great way to, have a community bank in your guys' world, and I just love how awesome this thing works. Like, it is so cool, man. The explanation behind this thing is really interesting. I highly recommend you guys check it out and see how this thing's actually built. Yeah, this is the protected storage in Minecraft. The lottery machine. This guy has a special place in my heart. I built this thing on my survival multiplayer server with my friends Crewcrafts, and it actually turned out to make me tons of diamonds on that server. This thing is an awesome money maker. The redstone behind it is quite awesome as well. I actually managed to compact it in my previous design, and I also did a full tutorial on how it works. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys this machine in action. So all you gotta do is you place your diamonds in this dropper right here, and they will be dispensed one at a time, and you get a little music indicator telling you if you've won or not. It also has a nice little display up here. The cool thing about this lottery machine is as you play more and more, and as you keep losing, the jackpot actually increases. So you can see over here, over time the jackpot will actually keep increasing until somebody wins, and then it goes back down to the default. So it's a great system. It's great for making money if you build this thing on somebody's server or something, and it's just great fun to play because it's always fun to bet diamonds and try to win diamonds in return, and also watching the jackpot just slowly increase over time. Pretty cool little machine that I built here. So yeah, the redstone behind it is quite complex as well. There's a lot of different checks and balances going on here and stuff like that. So full tutorial down in the description. Okay, so this is another take on the fully automatic wheat farm that I came up with. This is a more compacted design that's supposed to support only one person at a time, but also fits much nicer in anybody's base and just wants, you know, a simpler, smaller design that's not gonna pump out ridiculous amounts of wheat, but hopefully will pump out enough to live off of. So that's what I came up with here. This is the compacted villager wheat farm. So it's working the same way as the other wheat farms in the past. It's just using a villager up here to harvest. The only difference is, since we only have one minecart going in one little path, we only have to have one hopper to collect all the droppings. So it's pretty awesome. You can also use some bone meal if you want to speed up the process. Now you can extend this thing out as much as you want to and as far in either directions if you really want the extra wheat, but really this is supposed to be the more compact, easier to build design. So if you want something that's more for just one person to live off of, this is what you're looking for. Okay, and for the final redstone invention, this is a very farm heavy episode of Amazing Creations. This is a automatic chicken farm. This thing's pretty awesome. It does it all, anything you could ever want from a chicken farm, this baby has it. So let me show you guys what's happening here. Up here we got the breeder chickens. These guys are just producing eggs. The eggs are coming down here, and this chicken farm has two different modes. So it has an egg mode, or you can turn that off and turn it into chicken mode pretty much. So when you turn the egg mode off, it'll start taking from this chest right here, and it just dispenses the eggs out into this cauldron right here. And now the eggs are gonna make little baby chickens inside of the cauldron, and when they grow up, they'll touch the lava, burning, and then the little minecart hoppers pick up the items and put them out in here. So it's pretty simple. The redstone behind it is absolutely tiny. This is all the redstone that's involved. It's just one little comparator, a torch, and 3 dots of redstone. So it's really easy to build, and I just really like how this thing turned out. And obviously, if you want to, you can turn it back into egg mode, and if you really want the eggs up in there, you're all good to go. Now, also, there's 2 little buttons right here, so you can click off the cooked chicken, and that will suck up the lava, and you can click on the raw chicken, and booyah! You got yourself some raw chicken if you want to trade for villagers or something like that. So there you have it. That is 10 different Minecraft redstone creations. We got the chicken farm, compact wheat farm, a lottery machine, the protected storage system, which is honestly my favorite out of all of them. Then we have ourselves a little ice farm going on here. This is the humongous, giant automatic wheat farm. We have ourselves a nice little secret redstone entrance that's made out of sand, an automatic potion brewing machine, the reflex tester, and finally, but not least, the redstone rainbow beacon that actually runs off of command blocks. So if you guys want to check out any of the full videos, please feel free to check them out down in the description. Also on the screen right now, you can check out the full videos where I did tutorials for a lot of these, especially for the automatic farms. Most of them I've done tutorials for, or an in-depth explanation of how they work, and also separate world downloads for that. World download to this world's in the description if you want to check out all these different redstone inventions for yourself, and feel free to check out the previous parts of other top 10 Minecraft redstone creations and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of videos coming at you at once, but hopefully you guys have been, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and just thank you all for watching my redstone creations and builds and all this fun stuff, because I really do have a great time making these little creations and stuff like that to come up with. So thank you guys so much for your support and all that good stuff. So anyway, my name's Crew. Thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to check out all the videos down in the description and my other little redstone invention playlists and stuff like that. Anyway, my name's Crew. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Adios. Redstone inventions and devices, and I decided to showcase them all in this one video. So I'm going to be briefly showing you how they work and sort of explaining them, but for each of these different inventions, I did a full video on them. So if you want a full video and a more in-depth explanation, and some of these inventions I even did a full tutorial on. So if you